Spectators eagerly awaited Wyatt Earp's march out to face Wyatt Earp many years ago. Two competing movies about the renowned Wild West lawman were fighting for the attention of moviegoers in the mid-1990s. George P. Cosmatos' Tombstone was the first to be presented on Christmas Day 1993, and 6 months later, Lawrence Kasdan's Wyatt Earp followed. In the 1990s, twin films were commonplace. Deep Impact, alongside Armageddon, Dante's Peak, alongside Volcano, and even Antz, alongside A Bug's Life. Due to the substantial animosity between the two productions, the dueling westerns had a lot more on the line. After a falling out with screenwriter Kevin Jarre, Kevin Costner, who had been slated to act in Tombstone, went on to work with Lawrence Kasdan on his own epic biography about the frontier marshal. Instead, there were suspicions that Costner attempted to use his great influence in Hollywood to hinder the release of Tombstone. Although he took offense at other people, Kurt Russell, Costner's replacement as Wyatt Earp, insists that Costner was one of the good guys. Russell recalled thinking at the time, "Fuck you, buddy, I'm gonna take you on full force," which drove him to adopt a hostile approach against the Wyatt Earp movie. With pride and ticket receipts on the line, there could only be one winner. Finally, Tombstone and Kurt Russell defeated Kevin Costner and Wyatt Earp. Russell's worries about competition at the box office were unwarranted because Tombstone earned more money on a smaller budget and garnered better reviews from reviewers. Since then, Wyatt Earp has mostly been forgotten, but it has become one of the greatest modern westerns ever produced. Following the tragic death of Val Kilmer, who gave one of his best performances as ill gunslinger Doc Holliday, there has been a renewed interest in Tombstone in more recent years. However, who was the best Wyatt Earp actor? Kevin Costner or Kurt Russell? Wyatt Earp, played by Kurt Russell. Kurt Russell exudes a rugged American individualism that is ideal for stories about the Old West. He is a matinee idol, gorgeous, and possesses an old-fashioned sense of decency that keeps us cheering for him even when he is portraying a villain. Russell's appearances in westerns and other films with a western theme have been among his most memorable roles. Take a peek at two of his John Carpenter-starring films. He featured alongside Lee Van Cleef in Escape from New York, channeling Clint Eastwood, and some aspects of his role in Big Trouble in Little China were carried over from the film's initial version as an Old West adventure. He had amazing facial hair in two of his best roles in more recent years, including The Hateful Eight and Bone Tomahawk. When Russell plays Wyatt Earp in Tombstone, he possesses all the traits we identify with his on-screen image, in addition to an incredible mustache that was nearly even more outrageous. Some claim that the actor directed the film rather than the credited George P. Cosmatos, but regardless, it feels like a movie that was made for its star. Attractive, trustworthy, straightforward, and able to execute its action sequences with unwavering efficiency. The romantic film adaptations of Wyatt Earp, played by Burt Lancaster in Gunfight at the OK Corral, and Henry Fonda in My Darling Clementine, were far less sinister than the actual Wyatt Earp, and Tombstone subtly touches on his darker sides. He and his brothers join in on the mayhem in Tombstone early on, and Wyatt's quest for vengeance in the latter act has an uncomfortably sadistic undertone. Although he doesn't usually get to showcase his entire range in films, Russell confidently manages Earp's paradoxes in Tombstone. Additionally, he exhibits a lack of ego that greatly enhances the movie. Despite being the lead actor, he is content to be a member of a strong cast that includes Stephen Lang, Michael Biehn, Sam Elliott, Bill Paxton, Powers Booth, and Thomas Hayden Church. Although Russell is the main character, Tombstone is based on his Wyatt Earp, who is frequently overshadowed by the scene-stealing Val Kilmer. Kevin Costner as Wyatt Earp. Like Kurt Russell, Kevin Costner's work is mostly characterized by an Americana flavor. He established himself as a Hollywood celebrity with two iconic baseball films, Bull Durham and Field of Dreams, before bringing the dying Western genre back to life with Dances with Wolves. His career peaked with that epic film, which earned him 2 Academy Awards, Best Picture and Best Director, and his only acting nomination. He has made several successful comebacks to the Western genre over the years, appearing in films like Open Range and The Highwaymen, as well as television series like Hatfields and McCoys and Yellowstone.